Airwalker? More like air fluffer. Hey guys, what's up? It's Katie and I'm back with another Marvel Contest of Champions video. And today we are going to be going over the comic book history of Airwalker and seeing if Kabam did him justice. So Gabriel Land was a captain of the Xandarian explorer ship, the Way Opener, whose mission was to seek out and establish peaceful relationships with neighboring alien civilizations. Now, Land previously distinguished himself in Xandar's military, the Nova Corps, and welcomed his appointment to an exploration ship since he was filled with the wanderlust and love of open space. And there he became best friends with Pyrus Krill, aka Firelord. Now, Galactus announced that he was looking for a new herald to replace the defective Silver Surfer, and having scanned Land's mind, deemed him an appropriate candidate. Now, hearing Galactus's offer of vast power and unlimited travel, Land readily accepted and was transformed by a tiny fraction of Galactus's cosmic might into Airwalker, and he was the second to Galactus's great heralds. Now, while being a herald of Galactus, Airwalker launched an attack on the Ovoid fleet and was struck down by Ovoidian weaponry, designed to actually slay Galactus himself. Now, because Galactus was actually so weak from hunger, he was unable to retaliate with full force and decided to retreat back to his space, to his sector. Now, his power was so low that he was unable to actually save Airwalker, and Airwalker kind of, well, died, sort of, once this time. He dies a couple times because, well, he's Airwalker. So once Galactus's energies were renewed, he actually transferred the consciousness of Airwalker, who basically sacrificed his life for Galactus, to a perfect robotic replica. So he became the android Airwalker. Now, the android Airwalker actually died yet again, but we'll get into that in a minute. So the android Airwalker was sent to Earth so that Galactus could claim his former herald as his own once again, and then Airwalker was, well, destroyed by Silver Surfer. Airwalker's robotic form was repaired by this guy, the Machine Smith, although he was defeated before Gabriel ever awoke. Now, upon his revival, Gabriel realized that he was somehow an android, and of course, blamed Silver Surfer, because why not? So then he went, actually, Airwalker, or Android Airwalker, went to New York to find Surfer, but instead found Thor, aka the God of Thunder. So Thor realized that the guy he was fighting was an android, and, well, they kind of fought, and he ended up destroying Airwalker again. So this then brought the wrath of Firelord, who we all know was BFFs with Gabriel Land when they were in the Nova Corps together. But Firelord was convinced by Thor that Thor had to do what he had to do, and then Firelord took his friend and buried him on an asteroid near the ruins of Xandar. Now, we gotta talk about Morg. So the threat of Morg reached Firelord's attention, and all the former heralds of Galactus banded together to stop him. So Galactus had actually cloaked his ship from all of his former heralds, making him impossible, though, to find. But Firelord knew how to find him because, well, Airwalker had a homing beacon placed in him. So, Firelord had always thought it was sacrilegious, though, to resurrect Airlord, but with the way that Morg was, they had to do it. So they used his power, the rest of the heralds used their power to recharge his cosmic batteries, and when he was first resurrected, he actually attacked Firelord, along with Silver Surfer and Nova, because his brain could only recognize that he was in battle at the time of his quote-unquote death. So he didn't realize that they were actually bringing him back to life and helping him. And he actually almost killed Firelord, but he actually then recognized his own friend. And he promised, Firelord promised to help Airwalker regain his memories and asked for his help against Morg. So they battled Morg, and Airwalker was actually severely damaged in battle. And when it was all said and done, Terex actually defeated Morg, but that's for another story. And, well, Galactus was left without a herald. So Firelord and Airwalker, they basically volunteered to be his quote-unquote temporary heralds and do their best to kind of guide him away from populated planets. And then Firelord also used Galactus's technology to repair Airwalker. But then there was a meeting between Tyrant and Galactus, and Morg formed a plan to help save his master and asked Airwalker for his assistance. Now, at first, Airwalker didn't really want to help him, right? He was like, no, man, I'm not going to get into that. But basically, they ended up helping, and Morg eventually used a device on Tyrant, but the power overcame Morg, and its power was unleashed, and it destroyed Galactus's ship along with Airwalker. So Airwalker was destroyed yet again. So then somehow he resurfaced because comics. And once again, his android body was used during the events of Annihilation. So Annihilation was a huge crossover with a lot of different characters involved. Now, he could do nothing as the Annihilation wave destroyed Xandar, and he was hunted by the Seekers led by the Ravenous. The Ravenous, which was basically a group designed to capture all the former heralds. So then yet again, Airwalker was kind of defeated and a little bit, well, he didn't end up so well, that's all we can say. Now, Surfer took Airwalker far away from the Seekers and learned that he was being hunted as well. And once again, Airwalker died and the Surfer left him behind. So Airwalker actually has a lot of different powers and abilities. So he possesses the vast power cosmic that Galactus grants to all of his heralds upon their initiation. Now, his body was resurrected to be basically a living battery of cosmic energy. He could utilize cosmic power for a variety of effects, such as heat, concussive force, magnetism, electricity, etc. But unlike all of the other heralds, Airwalker used this cosmic energy without an accompanying visible manifestation. So basically, he didn't have like something else to go along with it. And the Airwalker could also use cosmic energy to rearrange molecules. Not quite to the extent that Silver Surfer can, but a little bit similar. Now, the cosmic energy that augmented his strength, his endurance, and his durability. At maximum exertion, Airwalker could match the strength of the Thing, and he actually even took down the Thing. So he could use the power cosmic to peak capacity for several Earth months without resisting before fatigue or the need to dream began to impair his function. Basically, also, he's immune to all the conventional rigors of space. So, I mean, he can survive in space. So essentially, he should be immune to just about everything. And it actually took a force greater than the cosmic force in his creation from Galactus to kill him a few times. And then he also has this thing called the Bow of Gabriel, right? Which was given to him by Galactus through the power cosmic, and this enables him to channel his power cosmic through it in order to discharge energized quivers that could basically reformat whole planets alongside their residential populations. These were called the dark tides, is what they were called when they were forced off. So it's kind of cool. And then he also has Gabriel's horn, which is basically a calling device used by Airwalker to call on Galactus. So now that we know a little bit about how Airwalker was in the comics, let's take a look at him in Mcoc and see if Kabam did him justice. And I gotta say, I feel like Kabam really missed the mark here with Airwalker. Now, I'm not sure, he is cosmic here, but it seems like most of his quote-unquote comic story arc, he's basically a robot. So I think he should have been, starting off with, he should have been the tech class. Now, with that being said, I know it's going to ruffle a lot of feathers here, but that's kind of how I think it should have been. Number two is his powers. While he does have the Bow of Gabriel, and it does inflict the dark tides on the opponent, I don't think it's necessarily where it should be. I think that the dark tide that he stacks, they should do a DOT regardless of whether or not an armor break is on the opponent. Now let's talk about his regen, because he does have good regen, but the problem is you have to throw a special 3 in order to get it, and the problem with that is you have to have won 2 fights in order to get to that special 3. So I think they should have just either A, done away with the winning of the 2 fights, which I really think that should have been the thing, or they should have given him an indestructible to go along with it. So kind of have a similar synergy with basically have the Heimdall and Gulk synergy built in to where when he gets below a certain percent, when he gets to 1% health, he becomes indestructible, and it's basically almost like the Phoenix, right? The Rite of the Phoenix. So he becomes indestructible, and he also regens, I don't know, we could say a percentage of health based on signature level. I think that would have been more beneficial. Now, this guy's crit rate is low. This guy, oh, he hits slightly above King Groot. So I think Kabam, with him being a Herald of Galactus, he should be able to hit harder. I mean, he has the power cosmic, for crying out loud. He's got enhanced strength. Like, he should be critting like none other, and they should be those big yellow numbers, not these dinky yellow numbers that we are seeing right now. So I think Kabam really missed the mark here with Airwalker. But anyways, guys, that's all that I got. Let me know in the comments below, do you think Kabam did Airwalker justice, or do you think he is just an air fluffer? Do you think he is another dud of Galactus, and how would you have done him differently? Let me know in the comments below, and let's discuss. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you guys liked what you saw and you want to see more, please remember to like and subscribe, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and hit me up in the Discord chat. Thanks, guys. Bye!